Hi everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope everyone is doing amazing and well. Today we're going to be doing a dark romance recommendations video slash beginner books that I think would be really good if you're just starting to dip your toes into dark romance. And yeah, grab your drinky drink and let's get started. I think to start, we're gonna start with the Possessing Her duet, Once You're Mine and Now You're Mine. I feel like honestly, this is the perfect series or duet to start with because it's not too dark, it's not too detailed. I gave this one a 4.2, I believe. Honestly, it's just great. It's a great little beginner series. It's kind of just, it's stalking based. And you know, who doesn't love a good stalker? Also, I'm gonna try not to give like spoilers throughout this just in case people haven't read these books or they want to read these books. But I don't really think it's a bit, like it's crazy because it's in the beginning of the book, but the way that he killed her dad, crazy. That's all I'm saying. But I do really think that that is a great duet to start with as a whole. Oh, we have a special guest. Oh. You gonna tell us about the books too? Okay, so now Chromie will be giving her input on the books as well. Next we have, oh, I don't know if I said it, but this is by Morgan Bridges. And then next we have Little Stranger by Lee Rivers. Okay, I love this book. This is a 5-star book for me. Malachi Weiss, loved him. However, I will say, if you do not like spiders, don't read it. Don't read it. It's as simple as that. Honestly, this was a very good book. Very great, very short, sweet, quick read. The Audible, chef's kiss. It's amazing. If you read this book, I definitely do recommend doing immersive reading with the Audible of it. It was great. I need to get the second book so I can do the Audible with it, and I'm ready. I'm fully ready for it. And yeah, this one, again, loved it. I 10 out of 10 recommend it. If you don't like spiders though, don't read it. That's my only thing I would say about it. Then we have Beloved Josh and Lights Out, okay, by Nevessa Allen. This was also a 5 out of 5. This book for me, I think, is honestly actually a really good starter book for dark romance because it's kind of more rom-com-y a little bit. The Audible of this also is really, really good. So if you do immersive reading with it, it's even better because this book, it genuinely did have me laughing and kicking my feet for no reason. It just, the dynamic too, just with the cat, you know, we love our furry friends. We love our furry friends. Anyways, again, 10 out of 10 recommend this one. I feel like this is a book talk book, so I feel like a lot of people have read it, but if you haven't, definitely give it a shot. It's worth it. Okay, next we're gonna talk about Does It Hurt by H.D. Carlton. She was standing on top of this book. But Does It Hurt by H.D. Carlton. It is a dark romance book. I don't know if I would say it's like super dark. I will say this book for me, it was like a 4.8. I loved it. I did not think the whole shark aspect of it all would do it for me, but it was really good. The plot though, as like completely as a whole thing, the plot itself was insane. Insane. I recommended this book to a few of my friends, and friends that have read it loved it. And my friend, I didn't read it with the Audible, but my friend did read it with the Audible, and she played me one of the clips, and I was like, the Audible of this book is honestly amazing. But yeah, again, 10 out of 10 recommend this book. This one, it was very much worth the read. Enzo, he's just great. He is great. Speaking of H.D. Carlton, on more of the darker side, we have Haunting and Hunting Adeline. Now, this duet, the cat and mouse duet, does get a lot of hate, I feel like, online. I will say I loved it. For me, it was a 5 out of 5. This duet, I read it literally back to back in like 2 days. If you read a trigger warnings page and you get triggered by something on that trigger warnings page, don't read it. It's as simple as that. I know a lot of people don't like this series because of that, like because the things that are detailed in the book, because if it's one thing, H.D. Carlton is a very detailed author, and I love that. I love that about her. She writes amazingly. She honestly, she does it for me. Zaid Meadows, the man that Zaid Meadows is, even better. I'm fully ready for Civi's story, and I know she's gonna release in like 5 years or so, whenever it is, she's gonna release another duet for Zaid and Adeline, and I'm fully ready. This Farrell, just gnawing at the bars in my cage, bro. Like, when I tell, there's nothing else I could say about this series. Definitely read it if you haven't already. If you read the trigger warnings page and you can, you know, you're not triggered by anything. Because if it's one thing, Haunting Adeline, in my opinion, isn't that bad. Hunting, for those 2 months, there is a 2-month span in the book. Let's just say that. There's a 2-month span in the book that is very detailed on all the things that happen. And that's probably, in my opinion, the worst of it, in the sense of like how heavy it gets and how dark it can be. And yeah, so I will say, if those certain things trigger you, definitely don't read it. However, if you're cool with it, or if you think you can read it and get past it, definitely read it. It's 100% worth it. Now, speaking of Hunting Adeline, then we have Where's Molly, which is a short little like 200-page book that comes after. If you have read it, then you know like who Molly is. In the 2 months that the 2 months that I was talking about earlier, Adeline finds a journal and it belongs to Molly. So this is essentially Molly's story, and that's how we get introduced to her. And it kind of gives us the background on her life and everything and where she is now. And it's just, I don't know, for me it felt like a little add-on, I guess, to Hunting Adeline. So with that in mind, I just really enjoyed it. This book for me, it was like another 4.8. I really did love it. And that's again why I'm fully ready for Civi's story too, because she did a really good job at giving us Molly's background. Okay, next we're gonna talk about the Four Horsemen series by Sarah Bailey. When I tell you, this series as a whole was the first series that I read, like the first dark romance series that I read that got me back into reading, and I loved it. I honestly did love it. If it's one thing, it's 4 guys, 1 girl, and to not spoil anything, like they were all friends when they were kids. She doesn't remember them, basically. And so the whole time they're like, it's her getting her memory back, her trying to get her memory back and all that stuff. So the plot on this, the way that it just goes throughout all 4 books was amazing. I recommended this series to a friend as well, and she loved it. By the time she got to that 4th book, she was literally like, what is gonna happen? Oh my gosh, she was freaking out. And I was like, you just gotta keep reading. Just keep reading. And it was honestly a really, really good series. This series as a whole for me was pretty much, I would give it like a 4.7, because I really did love this series. And for it being the first series that I read to get me into dark romance, genuinely thoroughly enjoyed it. And I also wouldn't say that it is super dark, and I do think that this would be a great series for people to start off with, and I think that people would be pretty good. Again, like with all these books, you just have to like read the trigger warnings page and go based off of that. If you think you can handle it, read it. If not, then don't. If you get to a part in the book where you're like, whoa, can't do that, either skip it or just stop. It's as simple as that a lot of times. But yeah, next we're gonna talk about the beloved Ruinous Love Trilogy. Yeah. It's something about a killer couple. I don't know. This trilogy, honestly, 5 out of 5 each book, all of them. The whole series or trilogy itself is just amazing. I do recommend these. Honestly, even if you're starting out, I don't think that this is a bad series at all to start out with. I don't think that it's too dark in a sense with the themes that are talked about, other than like it being detailed in the murderings, I guess, but it really wasn't even crazy. I think that most people could pick up these books, and I think that you could read it and be fine. I honestly, because I even have the special edition one, loved it. I love this series. Granted, you might not be able to eat cookies and cream ice cream or orzo after reading these books, but it's okay. It's okay. It's fine. It's worth it in the end. If you know, you know, honestly though. But that's, yeah. I digress. The last series that I'm going to talk about, if I can pick up this stack, is the Lorde series. Now, I know the Lorde series gets a lot of hate as well. Specifically, I guess, The Ritual. A lot of people read The Ritual and they're like, oh, by Chantal Tessier, by the way. A lot of people read The Ritual and they do not like it. However, I will say, I think that it gets better throughout the series as well. I feel like for The Ritual being the first book in the series, I think that it does an amazing job at setting the base and the foundation for what's to come. Because the whole thing is that you are left with a lot of questions that are unanswered after the first book. But again, it is a series. You have to read throughout the series and then you get more answers as to what's going on, this and this and that. And the way that all the characters are intertwined and it just, Chantal Tessier, she did her thing with this one. She really did her thing with this series. It is honestly amazing. The whole series for me, I loved it. It was a 5 out of 5. Currently, we have, let me grab the first 3. The Ritual, The Sinner, and The Sacrifice are the first 3 books. I loved The Ritual specifically, Riot and Blakely. They were amazing. Then we have the novella that goes after that. I think it's literally like 200 pages too. You don't need to read the novella, but I do think that it's just kind of 200 pages of just smut, and it just kind of adds a little bit in there and you kind of learn a little bit more about Tyson, in my opinion. But yeah, this book, the novella, was still really good. You don't have to read it, but I do recommend reading it as well. And then we have Carnage and Madness, which give us Satan Hayden's story. And honestly, I loved Madness. Madness is the one that just came out. I'm ready for Cashton's story. I loved Madness though. I really did love it. Ashton pissed me off throughout the whole thing, so she might piss you off too. But it's still worth the read. And I think that this book specifically, like once you get to Madness, I do think that it ties together a lot of questions that you had and you're just like, whoa, okay. Now it's like, I'm picking up what you're putting down. Like this, it's all clicking. And I do think that it's one of those series where you have to kind of just keep reading. And the more you keep reading, you'll understand everything that's going on. And it's also one of those series that just because there's a side character that you think isn't important, probably 9 times out of 10 they are. Like they'll pop back up. But yeah, this series for me was a 5 out of 5 and I loved it. And yeah. Okay, so another one that I do think would be good to read as like if you're starting out would be Nocticadia. I do think that one it's on the bigger side. But I will say for starting out, it's a dark academia and I think that it is great. I don't think that it's too dark, I guess, in what it talks about as well. I think that one is a good little subtle dip your toes in the water type of book. And I do recommend that one. That one's a 5 out of 5 for me as well. And then actually my friend just recommended me Limerence by H.C. Dolores. Oh, I don't think I said it. Nocticadia is by Carrie Lake. Yeah. And then Limerence by H.C. Dolores. I just finished that book. I think that when I finished it, I gave it originally like a 4.2. But now that I've kind of let the book simmer, I'm fully ready for book 2. That book is like a 4.8 for me, 4.9. I really did enjoy it. Adrian is the MMC in that book. I'm fully ready for book 2. The author has already said that she's in book 2. Adrian's gonna be a lot more like obsessive and feral, and I am fully ready for that. I'm fully ready because the cliffhanger that she leaves you off on, it's not insane, but it is a cliffhanger where you're just like, ooh. yeah, you go girl. And so that is another one, honestly, I would recommend. That one's also a dark academia, and I don't think that it's like, again, it's not like super dark. It does talk about murder and stuff as well, but again, it was a great book as a whole. And yeah, so that is all the books that I have for you guys today, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you liked the video, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in next week's video. Bye.